This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Bruchim Habayim. Welcome everyone. I just want to share with you one thought regarding Rosh Chodesh Elul. Rosh Chodesh Elul is a very important day. It's one of the most important days on the calendar. Not just because, and you can't forget Rosh Chodesh Elul. It's so important to remember Rosh Chodesh Elul that even if you're going to forget it, we blow shofar in the morning. Now some people would say it's so that I don't forget that it's my wife's birthday today. So we blow the shofar to make sure I remember. No, that's not the reason. But I want to share with you another thing. We know that historically on Rosh Chodesh Elul, Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Har Sinai to get the Luchos Shniyos. There's another important historical event that happened on Rosh Chodesh Elul that is not so well known. And that is, if you read the beginning of Sefer Chagai, I want to share with you what it says in the beginning of Chagai. B'shnas shtayim l'Daryavesh HaMelech. In the second year of Darius, B'chodesh Hashishi, in the 6th month, B'yoyim echad HaChodesh, on the first day of the month. What's the first day of the 6th month? Rosh Chodesh Elul. Haya Dvar Hashem biyad Chagai Hanavi, was the word of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Chagai, El Zerubbabel ben Shaltiel. And this was a message to Zerubbabel, to Nehemiah. Zerubbabel was supposed to be Mashiach. Pachas Yehuda, the governor of Yehuda, El Yoshua ben Yotzadik HaKohen HaGadol Lemar. And to Yoshua, the son of Yotzadik HaKohen Gadol, saying, Koi Amar Hashem Tzvakos Lemar. Do you understand that the Torah rarely writes a date when Nevuah takes place? Almost never. You could count on one hand. How many times the Torah writes a date that a Nevuah happened? So this Nevuah, the Torah records the date. Abarbanel says then we need to pay attention very carefully. Now the Abarbanel is not found in Chagai. It's found on the first pasuk of Zechariah. Why does the Navi record the date of this prophecy as Rosh Chodesh Elul? Says Ribbon Shalom, Ha'am Hazeh Amru, the people said, Lo es by es Beis Hashem libanais. It means as follows. The people say, Lo es by. It's not time. It's not time yet. It's not time to rebuild the second Beis Hamikdash. Hashem says, no, es Beis Hashem libanais. The time has come to rebuild the second Beis Hamikdash. Vayhi dvar Hashem biyad Chagai hanavi leimar. The word of the Almighty through Chagai the prophet says, Ha'eis lachem atem. It's not the time, but you have time, lasheves bevatechem svunim, to sit in your paneled houses. V'habayis says a charev, and the Beis Hamikdash is destroyed. V'ata now koyamar Hashem tzavakos. So says the Almighty, Simu levavchem al darchechem. Pay attention to your ways. Zeratem harbe. You planted so much, v'havei ma'at, but you bring in very little. Don't you realize that things are happening that are abnormal? Achal ve'en l'sava. You're eating and you're not being satisfied. Shasai ve'en l'shachra. You drink and you're not satiated. Lavoish ve'en l'chaim. You're wearing clothing and you're not warmed. Mistaker al tzor nakov. And whoever earns money, it's like a wallet with a hole in it. Do you realize that things are not going the way they're supposed to? You don't think I'm talking to you? You don't think I'm sending you a message? The message is, Kayamar Hashem Tzavakos, Simu levavchem al darchechem. Pay attention to your ways. Go up to the mountain and get wood and build the Beis Hamikdash, and I will desire it and I will take honor in it. And the people heard, and they feared Hashem. Vayomer Chagai Malach Hashem v'Malachos Hashem la'am leimar. And Chagai, the Malach of Hashem, the agent of Hashem, said in this capacity. You know what Hashem says? Ani itchem. No, Hashem, I'm with you. And they finished on the 24th day of the month in the 6th month. Marv Rabbi said, do you think it's a coincidence that the command to build the second Beis Hamikdash happened on Rosh Chodesh Elul? What is Rosh Chodesh Elul? The second Beis Hamikdash was another chance. We blew it with the first Beis Hamikdash. We blew it big time. Avodah Zarah, Gili Arayos, Shvichas Damim. And the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. So maybe you'll say, it's lost, it's hopeless. We can never rebuild. No. The Rebbeinu Shalom says, rebuild the second Beis Hamikdash. The same way when the Luchos were broken, Hashem gave another opportunity. When the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, Hashem gave another opportunity. You think it's a coincidence? And I believe this is what the Abarbanel is saying, that these 2 second chances were both on Rosh Chodesh Elul. That means Rosh Chodesh Elul is a time where even if we've made mistakes and we've sinned egregiously and we've blown it, we could rebuild again. And how could you not help but see that our thought process is articulated very clearly by the Navi. Here it is, we're sitting in our homes and we say to ourselves, yeah, one day we're going to be a tzaddik. One day we're going to become Talmidei Chachamim. One day, but not now. Now's not the time. Lo yes boy, now is not the time to build. And on Rosh Chodesh Elul, Hashem tells the Navi, now's the time. It's Rosh Chodesh Elul. There's no time like now. All the things that we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to do next year, we're going to do when we retire, we're going to do when we land on the moon. No, now's the time. Go to the top of the mountain and build yourself up. And don't feel down and don't feel sad because Chagai tells the people that the Rebbeinu Shalom says the following. Ani itchem. If you do it, I'm with you. If you do it, I'm with you. But how could we also not take these words to heart on their most simple level? We all know what we need to do to build the Beis Hamikdash. There are certain things the Gemara tells us, whether it's slackening off in Limud Torah, Lo Yiberchu B'Torah Tchila, whether it's Lashon Hara, whether it's Sinas Chinam, and all the ills that the Gemara tells us about. So when are we going to correct it? No, not now. We're not going to rebuild it now. Now's not a good time. Now's a bad time. The Yankees are in last place. When they sign another player and they become good again, that's when I'm going to get my act together. No. We're going to rebuild the Beis Hamikdash. We got to go up to the top of the mountain. That doesn't mean to go to the Har HaBayis. It means we got to figure out what we need to do on Rosh Chodesh Elul, because we're going to come to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and the focus of our tefillos is about rebuilding Yerushalayim. Because you have to understand, we are now holding in the Shiva de Nechemta. We had 3 weeks we mourned the Churban Beis Hamikdash. So Hashem consoles us so we could do tshuva. The purpose of the tshuva is on a national level to rebuild the Beis Hamikdash. And it all starts Rosh Chodesh Elul. Rosh Chodesh Elul is when we were commanded to rebuild the Bayis Sheni, and we have to think about what we could do to rebuild the Bayis Shlishi. I wish everyone Agon Chodesh, Brach V'Atzlacha. We'll see everybody. Bez Hashem. I want to remind everyone, we started a limud, but we were on break this week. We're learning at 4:30 p.m. the Sefer Tzipisa L'Yeshua of the Chafetz Chaim. Everyone is invited to join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sefer Tzipisa L'Yeshua. You could join us daily at 9 a.m., Monday through Thursday, a Mishnah Brura, 9 to 9:15. The Agad the Perk will be Monday, and this week, Bez Hashem, regular schedule, Agon Shabbos and Agon Chodesh.
Next year, Rabbi again.
Thank you. It's
My
good.
apologies, Rabbi. My contractor called me when I was talking to you.
No problem. No
So you had a
problem.
good time in Panama?
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.